know what I'm saying? Even Anthony Fortipachi, the fucking diesel. You know what I'm saying? We must drive him out of government. Him and his whole group. You know what I'm saying? That seem to think that they infiltrated so well when millions of people got this garbage in their body. And he's laughing. We must run him out. Anthony Fauci is finished. He must not be able to remain there. We need somebody who's going to give us real answers, real truth, because we know from the beginning what really took place that got the trickery going and this garbage into these people. You know what I'm saying? And we need to look out for them and make sure we care for them to the point that if we can remove it, we will remove it. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is impossible. You know what I mean? Don't let them fool you that you need them more than you need your own self. You know what I'm saying? Let Point Black tell you. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to stand and fight, you're going to stand and fight. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather go out stand on my feet as a soldier than laying down or crawling like a worm. Let's be 100 here. You know what I'm saying? The GOP is on their neck. Let's keep the grand old party moving, people. You know what I'm saying? And we need more people involvement in the grand old party, the Republicans, to make sure that we reform that party and make it as strong as it can be. If the Democrats want to clean up their motherfucking act, then they must do so. Ain't nobody got time to be playing these holy games with you, because we know what you're talking about or who you're following is no more than Satan. You know what I'm saying? And we're not following that garbage. You take it and shove it where the sun don't shine. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean. You know what I mean? So we see a lot of garbage that have been going on that we do not need in our government. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We do not need it. You know what I mean? We even looking at the Democrats, let Biden down. How did the Democrats let Biden down? They did not let him down. He let himself down so he could off with that, because hundreds of millions of people got this garbage in their body. And you still have a mandate upon the people's head. You must lift the mandate. All protesters and all people out there must stand strong, steadfast, and do not give up. This must be the biggest fight of our time. We will all remember and be remembered as people who stood up for New York and the world as a whole. That goes all the way to South Africa. Get that shitty factory of making this coronavirus treatment garbage out of your country as a whole. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Get it out. Because there is no reason for you, unless you're going to make true medicine for the people, there should be no reason for you to be saying the same thing over here that hundreds of millions of people already got in their body with mandates on their head and they're losing their jobs, and you got it over there making it. What are you on? You over there to kill more black people? In Africa? Wipe out the Africans? Lying to them, telling them you got treatment, and meanwhile it's killing them? You allow them to bring that into South Africa, so we know the South African leader of that country is corrupted and he is down with the demon Democrats or the secret orders and the different secret societies in that country, because there is no way he should be doing that. You know what I'm saying? So we kind of know what side and who he's working for. You think we don't know? Get it out of South Africa and Africa as a whole. We have enough rainforest and different shit over there that can use your scientific mind as black scientists and gods of this planet and come up with the right methods. You don't need their shit. Crush that factory. Get it out of there. Talking about you making COVID-19 treatment vaccines. Get the hell on with that. You know what I'm saying? The voice of the people. The voice of the people. You know what I'm saying? Biden saying that Biden has kept his promise. He ain't kept one promise to me. He fucked up the world. Fucked up the United States. So I don't see no reason to sit here even glorifying anything that he have done. And he's still over there talking garbage. You You know what I'm saying? When we look at the last 4 decades of HIV and AIDS has killed at least over 700,000 Americans. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Trying to say that it has not. Yes, it has. Because each one of them were made by the demon Democrats to wipe out mostly black people. Ain't nobody lying to me. Get on with that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We need to stand strong and stay fast. You know what I'm saying? We've seen a lot of corruption going on, a lot of people getting hurt, and a lot of things going on, a lot of shootings, a lot of this, a lot of that, and we need some changes in the game. We don't need garbage. You know what I'm saying? So the victory tonight for the Republicans is well felt. You know what I'm saying? I see Democrat Adams smiling and cheesing. You know, Democrat Adams wins the New York marital election, but I hope he ain't coming with the same garbage like Bill de Blasio. You know what I'm saying? We watching to see what he coming with because, like I say, action speaks louder than words. So Mr. Adams realized that we are watching and waiting to see what you are doing. You know what I mean? But if you take it from the Irish women, you know, if the U.S. Well, the Irish women always stand up. Good job, women over there in the Irish land. You need to stand up against that treatment garbage. You know what I'm saying? As well. We don't need it in the people. We got a lot of shit, and we don't know what's going to happen to these people based on what they put them. Because remember, it's Anthony Fauci, the poisonous weasel. You know what I'm saying? That's out there doing a bunch of garbage, and he's got to go. You know what I'm saying? So we have this beautiful victory here on Long Island of all the Republicans getting in the key seats. We need to keep the Republicans keeping those key seats and all the way up to the White House. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I see Trump out there still swinging. Trump calls to find votes, you know what I'm saying, was a threat. It was a threat to my safety. Georgia election officials saying, yeah, it wasn't a threat to yours. It was a threat. It was not a threat to you. If a man is calling over there asking for votes or whatever, you think he was probably sending a signal or whatever, I would be asking for my goddamn votes because you cheated the fucking election and he really won. So I don't care what nobody say. That's my opinion, and you could shove it where the sun don't shine. Your life wasn't threatened. What was threatened is your crazy ass brain. Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Adams again. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations to your win. Let's see if we can get some truth out of you. You know what I'm saying? Jesse Jackson released from the hospital after failing and hitting heads. Mr. Jesse Jackson need to go somewhere and find a life. You know, you need to go sit down and rest yourself. You know what I'm saying? You did enough garbage. Ain't you happy? You did enough con artists and con games, and aren't you happy? You know, you need to get out of the people's face and go sit down somewhere and retire. Because, to me, Khalid Muhammad was right. You still don't know who you are. Yeah. The great GOP, cops vax mandate, apocalypse that never happened. You know what I'm saying? And all of that. You know, I mean, why would you even have messed with the police officers, to me, in the first place, forcing them to take an experimental joint, and he fuck Fauci the weasel, Mr. So-called working for the Jesuits probably, and he a Jesuit probably himself. You know what I mean? The secret order, you know what I'm saying? They need to be driven out of our world. Altogether, they're garbage. You know what I'm saying? They're garbage. Biden being sworn in and all this kind of shit. I know for well what schools they went to and how they were trained and shit. You know what I'm saying? The great cop joint never went down. The apocalypse that never happened. You know what I'm saying? The Police Benevolent Association claimed as many as 10,000 NYPD officers could resign over the vax mandate if mandate it didn't happen. Okay, that's good. If those officers want to go get this stuff in them, that's on them. That's coming from a news joint. You know what I'm saying? When New York City announced that the city workers, including cops, would have to be treated against COVID-19, there was a howling threat and a promise that thousands would walk out. They should have walked out. But we know we need them because they do the job that we don't do. Everybody got their position to play. But if it means forcing them to do this garbage, they should have walked out for a day and come right back just to show what will really happen once the word got out. Talking about a howling threat and the promise of thousands would walk off the job, you know what I'm saying, or retire, turning the city into a dangerous crime-ridden hellscape. Well, when Joe Biden and them and the creepy Joe and all of these motherfuckers pull this bullshit, then we see a whole lot of people being shot and killed right on live camera, making us think that the whole world has blown up, but we can straighten out every bit of it. We don't need them. We don't need them. We need to stand with the people who are going to stand with us. And if the Republicans can do it, get to work and do it. But congratulations on your win. You know what I'm saying? Just 50,000 municipal workers, including members of the NYPD, staged a dramatic protest on the Brooklyn Bridge. It wasn't dramatic. It was necessary. You know what I'm saying? So we see the kind of garbage that they're talking. We don't need to hear nothing from them. You know what I'm saying? We see Letitia James is coming up on it. Como spokesman slams Letitia James' defense of Probe. You know what I'm saying? It is clear she probably trying to say she lied and all this and manipulate. You know, you need to get his ass out. If you vote for Como again, you a jackass. I don't give a damn if he's a Puerto Rican like you. You know what I'm saying? If you vote for him, you're a jackass. We ain't going for that bullshit. You seem to think that this is one big joke and you're going to take over the world, but no, you're not. You know what I'm saying? Just like you want to rise, my people is on the rise. So be aware of what you think you're joking around with. Nobody wants to hear that garbage. You know what I'm saying? New Jersey election results 2021 sees live results for governor, you know what I'm saying, and local towns. You know what I'm saying? We see a lot of stuff. New Jersey spoke tonight. You know what I'm saying? If that Republican is in the seat, then that means you did what you were supposed to do. And you were on your groove as to shaking up our government for the first time. They need to be shaken up. You know what I'm saying? And that's a fucking point black. You know what I'm saying? So, we don't need any more of what we see in the 2020. We need to now go forward. You know what I'm saying? And those that needs to move forward, like Trump and them, you need to move forward as well. But we gonna keep the fight until we find out whether or not they really cheated, because we need to start looking in to the Electoral College and the way they use their power to cheat elections right in our face. That is disrespectful and hurtful to the people after standing out there for so many hours trying to just place a vote. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact and point motherfucking black. But this is a news break coming in for Point Black. Beautiful victory. The people have spoken. And now we beginning to see. It's sad that it took this to get people to try to at least do something to save the land or the country in which you live, especially in New York. You know what I'm saying? So we do not need to hear anything from Joe Biden. If Joe Biden doing some rightful shit, then do it. You know what I'm saying? Because the garbage you did and brought down on the people don't speak for much. You know what I'm saying? Virginia's next governor and the threat of a constitutional crisis is at hand. So we have to tackle a lot of these problems that we see. We cannot allow them to just run amok in our country, you know what I'm saying? And it seems like they're one step from trying to sell us out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So we've got to keep our eye on them. You know what I'm saying? We cannot sit here and just let them, again, like I said, do what they want. You know what I'm saying? Where, you even have people moving out of New York and stuff like that. The high prices have driven people clean out of the state. You know what I mean? And we don't need that. We don't need that. We need our state to be one of the strongest states this side of wherever. You know what I'm saying? We don't need that. We don't need that. We need our state to be strong. We see a lot of garbage going on out here that we don't need to see. And we don't want to hear it either. You know what I'm saying? We need strength and power to build our country to what it's supposed to be, especially when it comes to the children. The children we must protect. You know what I mean? Now you're hearing the chant, "Let's go Brandon," breaks out at Youngkin's headquarters as the victory. You know what I'm saying? For Youngkin, Youngkin, you know what I'm saying? Victory looks assured. That's right. Put that man in office. Let's see what he can do. You know what I'm saying? If he's a Republican, he belongs to the office right about now. Lawmakers have proposed a retroactive tax increase. See what I'm talking about? Why we need to shake this up? He makes we paid for it. None of it will happen to you. We paid for everything. But lawmakers have proposed a retroactive tax increase in the 1.75 trillion reconciliation bill by Joe creepy ass Biden. You know what I'm saying? We want to see that money in our pocket. You know what I'm saying? We want to see that money in our pocket. We want to see that. We want to see prices be fair. We want to see rent come down, and we want to see the minimum wage go up. Let's get that motherfucker straight here right now. You know what I'm saying? Right here, right now. You know what I'm saying? So if he ain't doing these things, he full of garbage. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He full of garbage. We don't need to keep hearing his garbage. We need to hear good stuff on the plate. You know what I'm saying? We need to hear good stuff on the plate. We got too much garbage-ass politicians in our government doing a whack of bullshit. Let's be honest. Doing a whack of bullshit. And they want us to support them. A Republican congressman who blamed Trump for inciting the insurrection just invested, I guess, millions of dollars. You know what? I ain't even want to talk about that fucking fool. How Fauci fooled America's opinion. How Fauci fooled America's opinion. You see what I'm saying? We got too many corrupted people in our government that we have to get out. And that's just a straight fact and point blank. You know what I'm saying? We've got to get them out. They full of boo-boo. You know what I mean? They full of boo-boo. Coming on.